Hello, NA Dota goons. I'm 4beats, and this is my 2+2. Two matches from last week that may have been more important than you thought. Two upcoming matches that may have a little more story to them than you might think. Let's start with the matches from last week. D2 Hustlers versus Arkosh Gaming. We start out this video yet again with a sick lower division match. D2 Hustlers, another open division squad, beat out Arkosh Gaming in a series that went the distance. The demons over at Arkosh may have been able to take out the E-Boys the week prior, but D2 Hustlers were able to save us from an era of great darkness in NA Dota. If I were a returning member of the DPC, these open qualifier squads would be looking mighty scary to me at this point. And this was a team made up of players that barely knew each other coming into the event. I'll let former Snake King teammate 1437 tell you himself.
I actually never met any single one of those players before. I don't even know who Yuma and Lama was before I played with them. And then we just got like Pendago, and then we got Papa Tutti. Like, I never played with any of these. Pendago was the only person that I knew. We scrimmed like a few days, and then we played the open qualifiers. We qualified. I told him like I was just gonna play for fun. Yeah, we're here now, playing in Division 2.
If D2 Hustlers weren't on your list of teams to watch out for coming into the season, they better be now. Quincy Crew versus Black and Yellow. So did the great weeb himself, Eternal Envy, deny Quinn and Uar? Well, I think you all know the answer to that one. And not only did the boys at Quincy Crew dispel EE from their nightmares, they gave him a series that's sure to live in his nightmares for years to come. Game 1 of this series featured a mega creep comeback from the boys over at Quincy Crew, the likes of which I don't think we've ever seen before. A game so exciting that both Owie and Lyrical almost had simultaneous heart attacks multiple times throughout.
What a game! My brain hurts. That was the most fun watching a Dota game I've had in like 6 years, I think. That was insane.
This game was so exhausting and devastating that the following game saw Quincy Crew take out Black and Yellow in almost exactly 1/4 the time as Game 1. It begs the question, was this their strategy the whole time? Give Black and Yellow the mere scent of victory to bait them into one of the most crushing defeats that they'll never forget? The answer is definitely yes. So the only question that remains is, did it work? Or did it only serve to make Eternal Envy stronger? A question that is sure to leave scientists baffled for years to come. Now on to next week's matches. Sad Boys versus Simply 2base. Ah yes, Penta Boys, Sad Ace, Old Boys, whatever they're going by these days. For a team of tried and tested players like Fear and Moo, it's only fitting that they would return to a classic and storied name like Sad Boys. But that's not the real meat of this matchup. No, ladies and gentlemen, Simply 2base versus Sad Boys is this week's grudge match. Last season's roster shuffle saw Z-Freak say goodbye to his undefeated lower division brethren, the boys over at 2base, to join up with Sad Boys, a team who, you gotta assume, he thinks are just a little bit better. On top of that, it's likely both of these teams will need this win in order to keep their chances of going to the major alive. This will be one of the most telling matchups of the DPC season for both of these teams. Sad Boys versus Evil Geniuses. That's right, I'm talking about them again, because this matchup features Fear taking on one of the founding members of the 2014 Sad Boys squad. At this point, Arteezy has been playing both with and against Fear for as long as he's been knee-high to a grasshopper. I'd argue that that's one of the reasons that the Fear and Moo duo, in whatever name they've gone by in the past year or so, have been able to take a few games off of the rock that is EG in a couple tournaments. And even if EG look like the stronger team on paper, I don't think it's fair to count out the boys, the Sad Boys, given that information.
Well, I think I was playing against Fear. You know, me and Tor played with Fear for a long time. Tor even longer than me, but he was like my coach for the year. I was a captain on the team, and he did a lot for me. It's just a funny thing in terms of preparation, in terms of like the way you think of, like the way we will talk about the series before going into those type of things. And I think for the viewers more than anything, for us it doesn't really matter that much.
Will all that time that Fear has spent playing with and against Arteezy come in handy? Or will the powerhouse that is EG tear through the Sad Boys like they're just another step on the path to the major? We'll find out this Sunday. I'm 4beats, and that was my 2+2.